Do you know what the name of this molecule is? I'm gonna go ahead and redraw it for us because I don't like looking at that group like this. I'm just gonna redraw it. And you have to be able to recognize that this is a carboxylic acid. We're gonna have an oxygen coming out with an alcohol group. If you weren't able to recognize that this was a carboxylic acid, then you wouldn't have been able to properly name this molecule. What's the suffix for a carboxylic acid? It's enoic acid. We know that we have an enoic acid is gonna be our ending for our name. Let's go ahead and find what our longest parent chain is now, giving our highest priority group the lowest number. Carboxylic acid is the highest priority. So we're going to start with that. We'll give this carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4, and carbon 5. Now, is our chain an alkane or an alkene? We have a double bond right here. So it's going to be an alkene. And we have 5 carbons. It's going to be a pentene. Go ahead and write that down. Pent. And we got to tell them where our double bond is. It's on carbon 2. Pent, 2, ene. And we can write our ending now, which is enoic acid. We have to add in our suffix. Tell them we have a carboxylic acid. It's going to be pent, 2, enoic acid. We've told them our longest chain, gave them where our double bond is, and we gave them our carboxylic acid. But we didn't tell them about this substituent here. What is that? It is a methyl. You always got to tell them which carbon it's on. How are they going to know which carbon it's on? You tell them it's on 4. We're going to go ahead and throw that in our name, putting all the puzzle pieces together. 4, then you put it just in front. Methyl pent 2 enoic acid. Now, if you gave me that as your name, I'd be pretty happy if I were your teacher. But to earn some bonus points here, you got to tell us if it's either the cis or trans isomer. Is it E or Z? Because we have a double bond here. We want to know if our substituents are either on the same side of the double bond or on opposite sides. How are we going to figure out if this is the E or Z configuration? We can see what's coming off of our carbon here. What's coming off of this carbon? Well, we have a hydrogen and we have a carbon. Now, which has a higher priority? Carbon is bigger than hydrogen. Carbon's going to be ranked number 1 and hydrogen is going to be ranked number 2. Now we're going to draw an arrow from our double bond perpendicular pointing towards our largest substituent. That's our first step. We have to do the same for the other carbon on our double bond. What do we have coming off of this carbon? Well, we have a hydrogen and we have our carbon right here. We'll label this. This is ranked number 2 because it's smaller than carbon. So carbon will be ranked number 1. We're going to do the same thing. Draw an arrow coming out of our bond pointing towards the largest substituent, our number 1 rank. Let's take a look at our arrows. If the arrows were pointing in the same direction, it would be the cis configuration. It would be Z. But because the arrows are pointing in opposite directions, we have the trans configuration. It would be E. Therefore, to finish off our name, we just have to put in brackets E because this is the E configuration. So this is how you would properly name that molecule right here.